Okay. So let's just kind of start out. What happened?
Yeah, walk us through it.
About 2:30 or so yesterday afternoon, we got a call from District 5 Command Center about a individual that needed a medevac off a freighter ship. And so our crew got together in the operations center, did some long-range planning. We were told it was about 270 miles offshore. So we worked with the vessel and D5 to have the vessel turn around and start heading back towards the mainland. And we did a lot of long-range planning because we knew how far it was for fuel and such. We launched just after 3 o'clock and got on scene and hoisted the survivor off the deck of the freighter Houston Express and brought him back to Centerra last night.
So tell me, when you guys were up in the air and you were looking down, what did you see? What was he looking like, or at that point on the German ship? Continue.
Well, he was standing right next to the boat crew member who would be helping us to conduct the hoist, and like we heard, he had a shoulder injury, so we were kind of expecting more of a non-ambulatory guy, maybe splinted, but he was actually standing and was in pretty good health. So it was a good sight to see that.
What did he say to you when you brought him onto the chopper? What did he say?
As soon as I got him in, as soon as we hooked him up to our comms, just talking, he was really quiet, to be honest. He didn't really know how to go about it, I think, but pretty much the first thing that came out of his mouth was thank you.
Did you guys at all see, I'm not sure exactly where the boat was, where you guys were, and then where the German container ship was. Did you guys actually see the boat capsize or anything like that of that nature when you were flying to the area?
No, we did not.
No, we had to go to the freighter. The freighter had to turn westbound because of our fuel limitations. They had to turn and start heading back towards the United States so that we could meet them without having to get any additional fuel. And so we didn't see the boat. By the time, it took us about 2 hours to get out there, and so we didn't see the capsized boat at all.
Now, when you heard it was 66 days and you guys were rescuing him, what went through your minds?
Severe dehydration, the condition that he might be in, what we have to worry about. Pretty much his well-being.
Any thoughts of like, wow, I can't believe this, or anything like that?
No, absolutely. I think most of us were happy that he was alive. We were just trying to get out there as quickly as possible because, you know, you always want to be able to execute a successful mission and bring him back to his family. And I think we did that, and I think that that he himself and his will to survive made him you know, survive that long. And that it's a great story for anybody.
I would imagine
was his condition consistent with somebody that you would expect to see that has been stranded at sea for a long time?
No. No, you would expect sunburn, severe sunburn, blisters, maybe a bunch of medical issues that could possibly be wrong with him for not eating for so long or hydrated, but for him to be in his current state was pretty amazing.
So is it surprising to you that this happened, or do you doubt his story?
I can't really say I doubt his story at all. I mean, as soon as we flew over land and I saw the smile on his face, that pretty much secured it for me.
Did he talk at all about how he was able to catch the fish and get the rainwater and all that kind of stuff? Did he talk at all about how he was able to survive?
He said he had a little fish and he was using to catch bigger fish. And he said he had a bucket that he was catching his rainwater with.
So you guys said he looked pretty good then, correct? So when you first saw him, was that your thought? This guy has been stuck at sea for 66 days?
You know, at that point when we get somebody on board, no matter what the case is, I mean, our primary intent is to get back safely. So I know at least for the front seaters, we're worried about getting back, you know, doing the radio comms and so on and so forth, and you know, stories sort themselves out when we get back. I mean, the great thing is that he gets to go see his parents, and he gets to go home and you know, live to see another day. So it's good. It's a good story.
Now, what do you guys think? You guys are on the water all the time. You know, his stories about, or what he said, how he survived, about catching rainwater and the fish. What do you guys have to say about that?
It's an amazing will to live, that's for sure.
It's
What were the conditions like when you guys picked him up, as far as the weather? Was there anything that hampered your hoisting onto the?
No, it was actually very nice. It was about 3-foot waves. The boat was riding real nice. We had a direct wind to our front, and we were on and off that boat within like 10 minutes. So it was with Derek and Kyle. I mean, true professionals. They got the job done and in a timely manner. So it was a blink of an eye, and we were out of there.
Well, I know you guys you work in the Coast Guard, of course. Like you said, you were out on the water a little bit, probably doing training and stuff. I would imagine you guys are probably not out as long as he was, but like, how stressful is it to be out there in those type of conditions? You know, even when you're training, how can that take a toll on someone or someone's body?
Everybody reacts differently to these type of things. Everybody handles stress differently. How I do it and you do it are two different ways. So for him, I don't know. And to me, I'm in aviation. We don't go through the same things that some of the other sailors and other people do out there that are doing the job day in and day out. So I don't know.
Can you talk about what you did once he was on and from the trip out there to the hospital? What kinds of things did you guys do? Did you provide some sort of medical assistance or what anything like that?
No, actually, as soon as we got up, that's why I asked him, like, we heard that your shoulder's broken, and he's like, no, you know, my range of motion's good. I'm not in any pain, and he actually requested to be dropped off at a different area than the hospital, so he didn't want to really go there for any type of hospital treatment. So pretty much from then on, just kind of did a quick evaluation of him, make sure he was fine, and just talked to him, trying to figure out his story and how he is mentally with what he just went through.
Did that surprise you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He kept on referring back to the Bible. That was his biggest thing of like surviving, was trying to make it through. just keep on going, and just that will to live, like you've been hearing the entire time, is just an amazing thing.
Where did you request to go besides the hospital?
Yeah.
I can't tell you that. I'm sorry.
You can or you won't?
I won't.
You won't, okay.
Okay, how was his mental state when you guys did pick him up eventually?
Good. He was definitely in a really good state of mind. He super happy that we were there, obviously smiling. Kind of quiet. I can only imagine, you know, being secluded for that long and being around people, the hospitality that the ship gave him to us, and just really happy to be on board and going home.
Did it surprise you that he looked that healthy?
A little bit, yes.
How long have you guys been working together?
Probably all together. I mean, probably as about a year, I'm guessing. I mean, we work with different crews. I mean, each day that you're on duty, you have a different crew.
Okay.
So this was Derek's first first duty day. So yeah.
This is your first time out?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. As an operational flight mechanic.
What's that like for your first day?
It's pretty awesome. I don't really know what else to say.
It's like going to the Super Bowl the first day in football, you know?
I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to go on a SAR case.
So I guess this experience for you was pretty eye-opening, huh?
Yes, it was. Just getting to see, especially how far offshore it was. The guy himself, and hoisting from a platform I've never hoisted from, being a freighter, that was a lot different. It had its own challenges, and just everything from start to finish was unlike anything I've ever done before.
I mean, I know you guys in the German container ship, of course, you know, rescued the guy. You guys rescued him too. How are you guys feeling? I mean, in a way, you guys are, you know, somewhat heroes, helping the guy to safety and bringing him to safety. And how do you guys feel about it? How does it take a toll on you? How does it make you feel?
I think it's great. I mean, for me, this is what I signed up for. This is what I've always wanted to do. You know, that alarm goes off back at the station. You know, we kind of get excited. We get that adrenaline flowing, and we just all really excited to go out there and you know we can help save a life. So we just get together, do our job, and bring them home safely.
Yeah, and it's a big collaborative effort too. You know, we have District 5. You know, we had help from the Navy with the container ship. I mean, the hospital, and it's nice that all these things can mesh together to a successful mission.
Our C-130.
C-130
with us as well was big.
They run the comms for us way out there, so it's nice to work with them.
Last question, can you speak to the rewards of the job and how you reunite survivors with their families?
It's the best feeling in the world. I mean, you can't Yeah, being in the Coast Guard is one of those jobs where it's a good feeling every day. We do our training, we train to do this type of thing, and it's very rewarding. And it's one of those things where you go home, you feel good, you wake up and you do it again the next day. So it's nice.
What was your reaction when you went down there and grabbed him and everything?
Actually, one of the easier, I guess. He was ambulatory, walking, good spirits. It was easy to deal with someone who's walking and is completely aware of his situation, what's going on, than regards to someone else who's somewhat not there.
He says his boat capsized 3 separate times. How likely or unlikely is it to survive something like that?
Yeah.
It's again, it's all up to the person. It's all about how much one person can take. I mean, I can't speak to what he did out there, but I can speak to what happened after we got on scene. So there's been a lot of amazing things a lot of people have done in their lives. So this is just another one of them.